expensive. They're driving up my cost to the Europeans, so they're forcing me to buy it from the Americans. And if I'm buy the cheapest I like, well, I don't need them to tell me nothing.
So in the north, they have all these schools. How do you feel about those?
Schools? Why would you waste money building a school? You can learn everything you ever needed to learn from the Lord. And my children and my wife don't need to go out getting an education. Everything that they need to do in life is right here. They need to help me. I'm busy out here all day working on the plantation. I need them to cook and to sew and to do the things that are necessary to keep this going.
So, do you do anything for fun that's not work here?
Well, like I said, my days are pretty full with work and church and a family. And, I guess when we're not doing that, we do productive things like building furniture or reading. But, we don't waste time on things like baseball like the North does. Lucinda! Get back to work! Oh, your cotton's going everywhere, Lucinda. Oh, I'm sorry, Master.
Wow.
Sorry for the interruption. Do y'all need a place to sleep tonight?
Yeah. Yes, please, sir.
Well, I probably have a spare room in my plantation manor. It's getting dark. You better go inside. Follow me.
Thank you.
We're just looking for a warm place or something to stay for a little bit. We're kind of lost.
Very fortunate to have found these coats, though.
Yeah, and gloves in the woods. They're just laying there.
Well, I don't quite understand why you're here, but y'all come with me. I'm George Hicks.
Nice to meet you, George.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Well, little ladies, this is the warmest place on my whole entire farm.
So what were you doing?
I was just chopping some wood. It's one of the things I like to do in my spare time. The only other thing I really do is read the newspaper. My favorite one is right from here in my hometown, the Terre Haute Express.
What does it talk about in the newspaper?
Oh, it talks about all the things that we Westerners deal with on a daily basis. Mostly expansion. And sometimes it gives nice reviews of the best saloons in town. 'Cause us Westerners, we like to drink. You guys keep them warm all right?
Speaking of expansion, how do you feel about internal improvements?
Oh, I love them quite a bit. Because in the way I'm living, I need my goods in the West to be able to get all the way over to the East Coast. And things like, the Wabash Erie Canal. That's quite helpful in these parts. And also, we've been working on it for a long time, and it's finally completed. The Cumberland Road. And it helps even people farther west than I am get their goods to where they need to be to sell. Quite helpful. And the government's even paying for some of these things. So it's not all on us citizens.
Well, in these new areas, how do you think slavery should be decided?
That's a touchy subject. I personally think that we need popular sovereignty so that people can decide if they want slavery or not. I'm not quite so big of a fan of slavery, and in Indiana, we don't even let those blacks in. But I'm not saying slavery is a good thing. So if you need it, I guess you can have it, but I really don't see why it needs to spread.
So you're not for the abolitionist movement?
Oh, no, sir. That's a little too crazy for me.
So does religion impact your view of slavery at all?
Well, before I came out here to Indiana, I was a Presbyterian. But seeing as the settlements are so spread out here, I really don't have a church to go to, and I kind of fell away from that. And because of that, I'm not so hot on the temperance movement. I don't see why we can't enjoy a little whiskey now and then. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Hey, watch your mouth, little lady.
I'm sorry, sir.
Quite all right. Anything else you'd like to know?
Well, what about those tariffs?
I feel like tariffs really concern the northern states more than us. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm kind of a fan of the American system because it helps us Western farmers. So, I mean, if the tariffs can help fund things like internal improvements as we discussed, then I think they're quite all right. Not too high, mind you, but just a little bit's not too bad.
That seems reasonable.
I agree. Well, hey, you can't go disrespecting my fire like that. It's the warmest thing I have here.
I just had the craziest dream.
Me too.
But I feel really ready for my Wallace test.
Me too.
Now faded.
Now where's my Okay, good. I will go in right from the left.
Lucinda! Get back to work! Oh, your cotton's going everywhere, Lucinda!
Oh, I'm sorry, Master.
Shot! Everybody! Shot! Nicole, you look like such a good slave.
Oh, I need a whip.
Get over it. You're wet, all right? You'll be fine.
The sooner you do it, the sooner you can be dry.
So we're just waking up.
Ow! Hurry up!
I knew.
Get down.
I don't like this one.
See, there's one back upside down.
All right. Oh, wait, hold on. The thing was on. I screwed it up. I don't know how to stop it. Okay, ready?
What in tarnation are you folks doing out here? You been to me shot. You guys keep warm, all right?
The gun? Shoot them!